Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to clean an ice machine, a countertop one. If you don't know how, it's pretty simple. It doesn't come apart, but yeah. Before we get started on showing you that, I'm going to give you a quick tour of my garden. I want to give you an update. It's looking really pretty. And then we'll get into this ice machine. I'm going to show you my ice machine before I head outside. Alright, so mine is an IGLOO one I got for Mother's Day about 3 years ago. It might have been 4. I got this countertop ice maker because my daughter wanted one, so she bought this for me. It's really nice. It makes large and small cubes, but that's so dusty. Anyways, it doesn't come apart. This doesn't come off. It doesn't come apart. This comes out and you fill it with water. As you can see, it's pretty gross in there. I've been waiting until Cody went to camp so that I could clean it without interruption. It's pretty bad. You can see you can see on the basket the hard water and stuff. But before we get into this, let's go check out the garden and see how beautiful it is outside, and then we'll get into this mess. The garden is looking amazing. Look at those, how tall those irises have gotten. Holy cow. It's getting hot though. Look at the trunk of the tree. Holy crud, look how big around it is. I mean, it's at least 2, if not 3 fingers, and it wasn't but a twig when we planted that. That next to it there is a post that keeps it straight. The green and the white on the outside, or the tan, are the posts that keep the tree growing straight. It's kind of hard to see how tall they are from here, but so the ones I just planted is this one right here that I'm watering, and the ones that were here are back there. Even from this angle, it's kind of hard to see how big they are. But man, I'm super excited that these little purple ones just came back. I didn't plant those this year. I planted them last year. I didn't realize they would come back after, I thought you had to plant them every year. But that was a pleasant surprise. We made this garden for my mother for Mother's Day, and tried to put a lot of her favorite flowers and purple, anything, because purple is her favorite color, and so it was really nice to see them come back. Oh, there we go. I thought I had zoomed out. I guess I didn't. Okay, so try to compare. Okay. This one here is the one I planted this year that my brother sent me, to the ones that have been growing. Look how tall they are. It's insanity. Oh, man, they just take off. And this one has split into 2. So when we move from here, we get our own place and we move, we're going to take some of these with us, because we ain't leaving them all here. We'll leave some, but we're definitely going to take a bunch with us. And then all these on the outside are purple mums, because I believe Harmon's had them on sale for $1, and so I bought like 10, I think, or 15, I don't even remember, a lot, for $1 a piece, and they grow back every year as well. Alright, let's move on to the rest of the garden. Over here we have our strawberries that are definitely needing a drink. I think I'm giving them too powerful a force of water. Something about this, you can adjust the water. There we go. Look at them bulbs. We got berries on the bush already. There's this red one over there. But they do really good in the full sun out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 containers full of strawberries. Now, those who've been following me for a while know that I had 4 in my house. But when I transplanted them, they kind of took off. So I ended up splitting them up, and now I got 6. And this here planter, I trimmed my rose bush, and I stuck one of the clippings in here thinking I could maybe grow another rose bush. Well, Mitch suggested putting it in a half a potato, so I cut out a center of the potato and stuck the rose bush cut end inside the potato. But I think we're growing potatoes. I I don't know what that is. Mitch thinks it's a potato, but I didn't plant potatoes. I planted a potato half with a rose bush in it, which it's looking green, so maybe it will work. I don't know. And then here I transplanted some, that's a tomato plant, actually. Oh my gosh, hold on. Here we got, I just transplanted a lot of these. There were seedlings and a bunch in a bucket, and so I got like 3 in each bucket here. These are marigolds, yellow and orange, as well as these 5 buckets are also marigolds, yellow and orange. They keep away mosquitoes, and they just smell good, and they're really pretty to look at. Can't wait till they start producing blooms. Transplanted these 2 tomato plants. I don't know what type of tomato it is, but it is a tomato plant for sure. So I feel like it's leaning, but I'll get a cage around it here in a minute. Maybe turn it that way. Beautiful. I did plant 1 strawberry in my actual dirt to see how it would do. It looks like it might be doing better. I don't know. I hate weeds in the garden. Planted another rose bush here. Not in a potato. See how that one does. These came back from last year. Mitch planted some daisies. Not sure what that is. I don't think it's a weed. It's probably a tomato. So we had some tomato plants here on the stairs. We had tomato plants on our stairs in buckets last year, and I think as some fell off, they fell down here, and the seeds in them took off, because the one I dug up from back down in there. Not sure what this is. It was gladiola, but it just seems like there's tons. So is it like tons of gladiolas? I don't know. We'll find out. Looks like there's another one there. I wonder if the bulbs just split. You think that's what happened? Like the bulb just reproduced? I'm not sure. This is echinacea, another rose bush I transplanted. And then there's a daisy that has just like taken off. Holy cow, it's huge. Stay up there, little fella. Giant daisy and echinacea in bloom. Oh, so pretty. And then we put these in to hopefully keep the cat from using our garden as a litter box. And my rose bush, I just trimmed off a lot of the dead ones, so it doesn't look like there's a bunch on there, but yeah. Alright, so back here we got our 2 elderberry bushes. We had a third, but it died. Didn't make it. And over there we have a sunflower plant that I need to water. Yeah, so this used to be in the front yard. I had to transplant it out here because Mitch planted a bunch of seeds last year. Well, probably like 6 or so, but only 1 actually sprouted, and it grew taller than our front window, and it had so many wasps around it. We were just like, finally we had to cut it down. It was growing at an angle. We had to bungee cord it to get it to stay up because it was just so huge. It was massive. Like, I kid you not, like Jack and the Beanstalk. I'm wondering, there probably is a picture or video somewhere about it on YouTube, but if I can find it, I'll put it in here. But what kind of bug is that? Holy cow. It's on the leaf. Focus, what is that? I hope it's not something that will bite me. Go away, little bug. Alright. Giving it lots of water because I don't come out here every day and water. Oh my gosh. And then our grape bush this year. Mitch is gonna have to feed those vines back into the fence. Planted this a while ago. Let me just give you guys a little bit of water there. I don't know. He does something where he hooks them up there. Do you know anything about it? And it just kind of wraps on the vine and grows, but I don't know. That one did. Do you guys know anything about this? Like how you get it to grow on the fence? I really don't. Mitch knows more about that stuff. So just like grab hold and hold on, or I don't know. Hold on, little fella. I don't want to snap the branch. It's coming out this way. But the other ones, man, how are we going to get grapes that are on the other side of the dang fence? They're going to be in the canal. But I wonder if there's any grapes on it. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't see any grapes. How long does it take before you get grapes? Well, if we get grapes, I will show you. Well, I never seen any grapes. I looked for a minute. I give up. It's hot, and I want to go back in the house and relax. We got our little swing here so we can sit in the shade. Our backyard stays beautifully shaded like this in the summer till like about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And by then, the sun has creeped its way back. Boom. Then you go to the front yard. So, to get started on this, you'll want to scooch your clean over your sink. If it's not near your sink, move it by your sink, okay? So there's a drain underneath. See if we can get down there and see that drain. I've got it sitting over my sink. That's the front of my machine. And if you come down here, you can see that is the plug. It's super easy. You just pull it out and let the water drain out. I just leave it like that and it gets all drained. Okay. The outside you just wipe off with a Clorox wipe or something, but it doesn't come apart. There's no way to take it apart unless you're like some kind of professional person. There's 2 screws here. I watched a couple videos all about taking it and I'm just like, yeah, it would be easier just to buy a new machine, okay? I have scrubbed this with like scrubbies like this. I mean, and you can do that, but it also takes off the softness. This is just hard water built up in there. Even if you use filtered water, it still builds up, but it just scrapes off. But who has all day to sit here and scrape and scrape? And then what about up in here and up in here? And this, these things got hard water on them too. This is where they build the ice cubes on there. And all this basket. I'm gonna turn it on. And when it goes up, if you watch, you can see inside that this bucket, it's got that yellow, excuse me, hard water. As it starts to go up, you'll see it. It's pretty gross. It's yellow and orange up in there. So gross. Oh, see way back in there? It's trying to suck up water. It's pretty gross. Okay, so we're gonna stop it because there's no water anymore. We drained it out. All right, so what you do is I'm going to take the basket out to show you. It's super simple. All right, so you put your plug back in. I'm just going to do it from the bottom. Plug it. And then we're going to add equal parts of just white vinegar and water. Okay, so let's get that in there. All right, so I'm going to add a cup of vinegar. And then I'm going to add a cup of water. I think we'll end up doing 2 and 2, but I just need to make sure there's enough to fill the ice. And what should I get? It's so gross. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I did it one other time and didn't record it, and it was so amazing. I just want you to see how cool it is. All right. So now you can put the basket in and let it go, or you can just let it go like that. We'll go ahead and turn it on and show you how it looks without the basket in. So that is raising up there. And it just fills up with the water. Make sure. And it'll start to make ice. I have cleaned this with like toothbrushes and just scrubbed and scrubbed, trying to get that stuff off. It was not having it. I scooted it back a little, thinking it would be a better angle. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's freezing up. Alright, so we're just going to let it make ice, and we'll be back. You see how it's freezing up right here? It's really cool. And then it will make ice cubes, and yes, vinegar will freeze. And it goes through several cycles. It'll just keep making ice, and at this point, if you wanted, you could add your basket. I am gonna add my basket just because it's so gross, and those ice cubes will be helping. They'll sit in here, and then they will clean the basket. Yeah, they'll clean the basket. Alright guys, we will check back in just a little bit and show you the progress. Alright, it's made a bit of ice. It's making more. It's looking a little bit cleaner here. Let's take our basket out. See, it's looking a little bit better. I dumped some ice down in the bottom that it made earlier. I'm probably gonna just dump this ice in there as well. And basically we'll just let it keep going till it runs clean. Well, it is loaded with ice right now. So, let's see if I can empty this bucket out of there. Keep making ice. It's getting cleaner as we speak. You can use like a soft toothbrush and just brush it gently, and everything will just come off after you've done the vinegar for a while. But if you don't want to, just let the vinegar run, and after a while it'll be clean all on its own. But after a few hours of doing it, I mean, it takes many cycles, you know, so I usually let it go for a day. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, actually, since it's looking pretty good, but the water is pretty gross from all the hard water that was on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and drain this water after I get done scrubbing it, and I'm going to add fresh vinegar water and just let it run a few more hours, and then we should be good to go. Let's get this all emptied and drained out. Probably, yeah, I'll just run my brush in here real quick to get any, because it loosens it up. Sometimes it doesn't come off right away, so you have to brush it with just a soft bristle toothbrush. But I mean, there's no scrubbing involved. It comes off pretty dang easy. And then, yeah, then it's perfectly great and clean, ready to go. I forgot to wipe this side. But you can really feel that hard water that was on there. It just like comes right off. And then it's beautiful white again. I always forget about brushing the bottom of this. I don't know why it gets gross, but it does. All that hard water. And it's like brand new again. Alright, we got a container full of ice that I'm going to melt out with hot water. And so I want to get that out quicker because even though it's vinegar, it's still dirty from all the hard water that's been up in there. We're just going to keep adding hot water to melt all the ice that's in there. Looks really good though. Up in there. Alright. Alright, I went ahead and let it run all night. I did dump that water out and put in fresh. I think it looks amazing compared to how it looked yesterday when we started the process. We're going to go ahead and dump these out. I'm just going to go ahead and dump them down in my sink. They're great for cleaning your disposal. And we got a lot down there that I had dumped out. Look how clean the basket is compared to before. It's crazy. Vinegar and water is the easiest way to clean your ice maker. I think it looks a lot cleaner. I'm just letting it run one more cycle just to make sure it's super clean from how it was before till now. It's beautiful. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video on how to clean your IGLOO ice maker. I'm assuming they will all clean the same, as well as my beautiful garden, and I will see you in my next video.